Hi there, welcome back to the chronicling of my experience through pain rehabilitation at the Mayo Clinic. So yesterday was Friday and it was my first full day where I didn't have to meet with any additional people. The first day was meeting with a bunch of people. The second day I had to do a few more things before I jumped in with my group. It was a good day. I have highs and lows. Of course, it's going to be expected throughout the day. First thing is, as my dad said, I kind of left the last video off on, oh, is she going to make it out of bed the next day and get to the program? And I did. So what I wanted to talk about and try to make this maybe not quite as long as the other videos, but a few of the things we touched on yesterday were forgiveness and self-love, or what do we call it? Self-compassion. Forgiveness is a big thing. And I don't really have a lot of grudges that I hold against other people for things that have happened to me throughout my life. I more have to forgive myself for things that I might hold on to and hold. It's hard to explain, but when we were going through all of it, all of the stuff we're talking about, letting go and forgiving people, in our lives, it was more of I have to forgive myself. So a lot of that then ties into self-compassion. So that's something that I'm going to be working on. I need to definitely find ways to love myself and be okay with where I'm at and what I've gone through, and don't beat myself up for not being the same person that I used to be before dealing with chronic pain and depression. So I can get there, and I'm going to get there, and I'm working on it. And it's one of the tools that I have is, being kind to myself. So that's big and that's important. And it seems like such an easy thing to say. And, but it takes effort for a lot of us who have gone through, whether it's chronic pain or depression. One of the things we did talk about too, I think the day before, was, what are listing off like symptoms of depression, and we rattled them all off, and then, they're almost all the same for chronic pain. So that's why they can be so easily intermingled. So one of the tools is working on my self-compassion. So that was one thing we talked about yesterday. The chaplain actually did that with our group, and she was super cool and really fun to talk to. She was really nice. And one of the other things I wanted to mention is when we were talking about depression and symptoms of depression. And depression is such a hard thing to explain to people who've not gone through it, because it's not just I feel sad. It's different than that. So there's a YouTube video that we watched in our group for that one, and I highly recommend it. If you just look, it's really not long at all, and it's called, and some of you who know more about depression or have had more experience with it may know, but I think it's called My Black Dog, His Name Was Depression. If you look that up on YouTube and watch the video, it's really a really great story and visualization of what depression is like. Again, it's one of those things where you sit in the room with people, and I don't know how many people have depression that's in the group. One of the things that we're not really supposed to talk a lot about the negative things, that we're supposed to talk more about how we can use positive tools to overcome what we're going through. So the more negative things we say, our brain holds on to that. So we know each other. We know we're all experiencing similar things, and that's good just to know you're not alone. But we don't necessarily go around saying all of the negative things that were going on in our brains right now. But that's a really cool video. And I think, especially for any of my family or friends who've not experienced depression, it's maybe a good way of kind of getting the idea of what it is. And so I was going about the day pretty good. We started with physical therapy in the morning, and I got through all of the rest of what I needed to learn to do for physical therapy, and it was a lot easier than the first day stuff. It was more stretching and balance, and I'm better at that than the aerobic part. So, but I got through that, and I was, feeling really good. The sessions were really good, and then we got to occupational therapy, and on Fridays, what we have to do is fill out a planner for what we're going to do over the weekend. And it makes sense because I came from doing very little and to needing this program because I need someone to say, now you need to go do this. Now let's go meditate, and let's go do physical therapy. And that's what I need. I need to be somewhere where someone's guiding me through the things I need to do throughout the day. So of course I was kind of already worrying, like, what am I going to do this weekend? I'm here alone. It's a 3-day weekend. So what am I going to do? I'm not really sure. And then I was given a sheet of paper and said, now it's like time slots, it's a time list from every 30 minutes. What are you going to do? And you don't have to list like every single thing, but they do want you to, put some major goals, some goals for the weekend that you're wanting to do. And there's certain things that they'd like us to do. Deep breathing 3 times a day, exercising every day for hopefully 30 minutes, eating, getting yourself ready, dressed, things like that. And some of that might sound silly to you guys who don't deal with this. Just getting up and actually taking a shower and getting dressed can be very hard sometimes. So when I was given this sheet, I did have a bit of a panic attack. So because I didn't know what to put, because me, and I think it's my detail orientation, or being detail oriented and perfectionist, and I'm hard on myself, and I feel like whatever I write down, if I don't do it, how am I going to feel about that? But it's more loose. You might not get everything, and it might not be when you say you want to do it, but maybe you say you're going to go for a walk at 10 a.m. but you don't do it until 4 p.m. That's fine. Just try to do it during the day. So it's a way to hold yourself accountable, but not really necessarily just to myself, because now I'm going to be turning this in when I go back on Tuesday, and you have to talk about it. So you write what you're going to do, and then there's a column next to it that you write what you actually did. So that I did have a panic attack. Not crazy one, but I didn't know what to write, and it was hard for me. It was very hard for me. So I didn't make a video yesterday because I got back. I'd figured out during our OT time, I figured out what I was going to do on Saturday, but I hadn't finished the Sunday and Monday. So I came back, I had to decompress. I was able to jot stuff down. I got care packages from my mom and some friends, and that was really, really nice. Thank you everyone who sent me something. It was just what I needed. So I managed to do it, and something else that was pretty cool is my next door neighbor at my hotel is in my group, and she's here for the weekend. She doesn't live too far away, but she decided to just stay here for the weekend. So we've made a few plans. I met her dog last night. She's got her dog with her. We're right on our floor of our hotel has it right out my window. I can watch. It's the pet area, so all the people bring their dogs to go outside and go potty, and I get to watch them all, and it's really fun. Anyway, so I got to meet her dog last night, but it's nice for us because now we have someone that we can, hey, let's do something. So we just actually went. She drove us to a nature center walking quarry place, and we went walking for a little bit around this pond, and it was really nice. But it's good because it gives me something to put on my thing, because I'm like, what else am I going to say? I woke up, I ate, I did some Lego. Like, I don't have a whole lot to do. And then she had already planned to do something else tomorrow with another person from our group, so I'm going to join with them. So it gives me something to do, and that's nice. It gives me something to write down. So I got through it, and I'm sure when I go back on Tuesday and kind of see what they expect from it, it'll be something that's easier for me to do next weekend. So, but it's important. And again, it's one of those things where I wasn't sure how this is going to work when I got to the weekend. Most of the other people in my group all go home for the weekend because they're all, a lot of them are in Minneapolis, and it's not that far away. So they have, stuff they're doing at home with family and friends and things. So yeah, so it's a bit of a panic moment, but I got through it. And so I'm just going to try and enjoy my weekend. The weather is beautiful. It rained one day. It rained on Friday, yesterday, and it started out cloudy today, but it is gorgeous outside. It's not hot. And so I was able to go walk, and I didn't even break a sweat because it's beautiful. So that makes it easy to get out and go do stuff. So I probably won't do another video until after. Maybe depending on how I feel, I guess, if I do something or I just want to say something that I had to work through, or hey, I had a great day today, maybe I'll just check in just so you guys can know how I'm doing. And other than that, I'll come back and see if Tuesday has anything more. Every day they talk about something different, so I'm learning new fun, exciting things. I think those were the key things that I wanted to hit on. So let me know if you have any specific questions, and I'll try to address that next time. And I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend.